Hey, don't mind me, just suffering with female issues today. Please, hot water bottle, work your magic. I feel like this shirt is really fitting today. It does speak to me on a deep and spiritual level. So what do I do on a day like today? I film a Q&A. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm all good minus the overwhelming pain in my stomach. I apologise for the lighting today. For some reason I look a bit pink. I don't know why that is. I'm sure you won't mind. First things first, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone that left such nice comments on my video following the Talking Dead appearance and me hitting 4K. You guys were just really nice, so supportive, and I just want to give you all a big awkward hug. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just in case I didn't say thank you enough. Thank you very much. I guess I'll get up my video and read some of the questions that you guys wanted to know. We have a question from DJ Johan, maybe? Johan, I don't know. Will you upload anything music related in the future? To be honest, I really don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a confident singer or guitar player. I'm fully aware that I'm not very good at it. So I just do it for fun. I mean, I might put a little bit on the end of this video. I'll see how I feel, but it's something that makes me feel quite vulnerable. I think uploading videos online is a scary thing anyway, but never say never. Maybe when I practice and I start getting good, I'll start uploading stuff. As of now, I don't have any plans to. Wow, this is a long, drawn out answer to your question, so I do apologise. Okay, so from, is it Dog85? I'm sorry, I probably butchered your name. Do you live in Alexandria with family or your own, like Carol? And which character do you most identify with personally and why? Oh, this is a really good question. I think I'd most identify with... Who would I most identify with? Part of me wants to say Maggie, but I just don't think I'm that strong. Maybe I would if I was forced into the situation. She holds it together really well, whereas I can be quite emotional. So... Oh, that is such a difficult question. Give me a minute. Do you know what? Thinking about it, I think the closest person would have to be Maggie. I mean, what do you guys think? Is there a character on there that's like me? I think the reason why I say Maggie is because she's sort of a quiet country bumpkin in a way, and even though I don't live in the country, I think at heart I'll always be a country girl. Like, my dream would be to live on a farm and just be away from all drama everywhere and just have my own little bubble. I would like that. See, even though I've just said that I'd like my space and sort of my safe haven, if it was in the apocalypse, it's a totally different scenario because you need people to survive. Usually, obviously, numbers help. So I think I'd probably live in Alexandria. I'd probably live in the house just furthest away from everyone, and I'd do my part and work as a team, but I'd also need my own space to sort of recharge my batteries. So I think Alexandria, I'd have to say, yeah. I think I've answered your question in a roundabout way, so thank you. SNS asked, do you have any idea yet what you're going to react to next? Or is some other stuff aside of reactions planned? I'm going to continue with the Dakara Discusses segment where I'll talk about my favourite shows or just my favourite things in general, wait and see how that sort of develops. If people like it, I guess that's something that I'll pursue more. Reaction wise, I'm definitely going to be doing Fear the Walking Dead. I think Winona Earp season 2 starts soon as well, and I'm going to try and react to that. SNS also asks, what are your favourite movies? Favourite movies. Okay, so one of my favourite movies has to be Cruel Intentions. Genuinely think it's because it reminds me of watching it with friends when I was younger. We used to quote the film back to each other, and I haven't seen it for years, but yeah, that's one of my favourites. Also Girl Interrupted with Angelina Jolie and Winona Ryder. Epic film. I'm not gonna lie, Mean Girls has to be one of my favourite movies. It's just one of those films that you could watch it years later and it would still relate to people. Like, the jokes I think are timeless, and the "she doesn't even go here" line kills me every time. It's so funny. But overall, pretty much I'm a TV show kind of girl. I feel like I've reached that age where I put a film on and I have to struggle to stay awake through it, even if it's a really good film. Cool Grandma strikes again on that front, I think. Francisco, you are absolutely lovely. I just wanted to say that. And my hair is still full of secrets, so just so you know. Tatty Platypus, they've said, sucks that there's no Walking Dead reviews for 6 months, but you know, whatever. Anyway, good job. Same. Yeah, it does suck that we have to wait now until it returns for season 8, but I'm sure it'll be worth the wait, and we have Fear in the meantime. Jefferson Owls asks, what is your favourite series and what do you expect from The Walking Dead season 8? Send me a kiss, please. I adore your channel. There's your kiss. And favourite series, Game of Thrones has to be my favourite, I think, but I do have a lot of them. I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Dexter as well, which I keep meaning to rewatch. If you haven't seen that show yet, I highly recommend watching that. It's brilliant. Season 8. Now then, see, what I think is probably going to happen is that Oceanside will be contacted again and it will be explained to them what's happened and how they lost all of their guns. I think the majority of them will join in with the big all-out war, so then they'll have Oceanside, Hilltop, the Kingdom and Alexandria. Even though the Saviours and the Sanctuary is only one unit, it is a huge unit to have. So even with all of these smaller ones, the numbers I think will still be in the Saviour's favour. However, I'm hoping that the knowledge that Rick and his group and all of the team will have together, I mean, they have Shiva as well, so come on, that's definitely a bonus for the teams. I think that they'll use their knowledge in the fighting rather than just bombing in there and just hoping for the best. I really think that they're gonna think of new, exciting and interesting ways to become successful in the war. I think that Dwight will be working on the inside for Rick and his group, so I think that he'll be keeping Negan sweet and acting as though he is true and he is Negan, but really he'll be feeding back to Rick and his group, which will also give them an upper hand, which would be great. And I still want to say that Eugene is planning something. But I don't know if I really think I'm just being hopeful there. It would be great if he could surprise us all and say, see, I was always on your side, I just had this plan that I had to carry through and everything had to be right, which is why I've done it this way. I think we'll lose a lot of people as well. Who do I think will die? We'll lose definitely secondary characters, maybe some of the Kingdom people. Gregory I think is going to die. I'm really worried about this baby, you know. If that baby dies inside Maggie, oh, I dread to think. I'm hoping that none of that is going to happen and she's going to be a-okay, as will the baby. I think that answers your question. But what do you think, Jefferson? Let me know in the comments. I'm interested to see what all of you guys think is going to happen in season 8. This question is from Noah Magana and he asks, do you read the comics? And I'm afraid I do not read the comics. I really do hope to in the future. I heard people say that they're online as well, so I can get them quite easily. But with the comics and things like that, I'm always the believer of, when I'm enjoying a show, I like to be surprised and caught off guard and not have the foggiest idea what's going to happen. So reading the comics and spoilers and articles online kind of hinders that, for me anyway. As soon as something's finished and it's over and I start craving more of it, then I tend to go and find out books and the comics or whatever it may be. Derek McDonald, video ideas would be more of the Q&As, more sim videos, and Fear the Walking Dead and movies. I am going to try and do more sims videos. I still have it on my computer, I just haven't got around to filming them yet. And Q&As, I do really enjoy Q&As just because it's so laid back and I feel like I'm sort of communicating to more people this way. This is more personal, I guess. Movies, I didn't even think of doing a movie. I guess I could do some of those under Cara Discusses. And Fear the Walking Dead, I'm really looking forward to the return of that, which is soon, so yay. Okay, so T. James asks, if you could play a character in The Walking Dead, which would you play? Oh, I would love to play Michonne. I know I wouldn't do Michonne any justice whatsoever, but I would love to wear the outfit, have the dreads, get the sword out and just be trained on how to use it. I would love that. I would love that so much. But other than that, I'm gonna say a walker because I would love to be a walker. When you think that you've seen all the walkers possible, he somehow creates this unbelievable version of a walker. I mean, the Winslow was incredible. The Barnacle walkers also very interesting. Yeah, I would love to play dead for an episode. That would be amazing. That would be really amazing. David Diaz says, about my appearance on The Talking Dead, and I feel like that's still not sunk in properly yet, to be honest. And like David says, it's aired on national TV, and then obviously it's on YouTube, so more people have watched it that way. It's such a good opportunity, and I'll be forever grateful that I was invited to be a part of that. Like I say, it's just, I don't think it's sunk in yet. It's so cool. People that are congratulating me on The Talking Dead and the subscribers, thank you so much. You guys are great. I am not good at this. I don't know how I've managed to get this far, to be honest, but I'm learning and I'm trying my very best. Baffles me that people are watching and subscribing, but you know, it's great. Thanks guys. Just if you drink every time I say thank you, you are gonna be wasted. Maybe don't do that. Tuna Baskets being a legend as always there. Yo, anyone know where I can get some Szechuan sauce? I do not know what that sauce is. I am uneducated in the field of food. Okay, so George Young asks, what do you think Negan will do regarding the fact that he knows Maggie's still alive? Oh, yes. And what's your death predictions for season 8? See, I tried to answer that before and I did struggle. With regards to Maggie being alive, Negan made a quick comment on that because obviously everything was going crazy, so he couldn't just stop and have a chat. He now knows that the kingdom and the hilltop are connected, so what I think will happen is not so much anything to do with Maggie, but more so to do with Gregory. I think he's going to question why Gregory didn't tell him, because he must know, because he would have seen Jesus and a few of the others, right? I'm assuming he recognises their faces, but then again he doesn't really visit personally to the hilltop, so I don't really know. I do think Gregory's going to die. Maybe that's the reason that he dies, because Negan isn't happy that he kept secrets from him. We're running out of main characters now, like the original cast. Unless they're planning for the season to come to an end, I think it'd be stupid to kill more of the main cast off at this point. So it'd be nice if they stayed safe, please. Correct, Adasu. Hey Dakara Jane, will we see you for the Game of Thrones now that The Walking Dead is over? Again, I'm going to try my very best for you. I'm going to see how things go. What types of conventions do you attend, and if you cosplay, what do you normally cosplay as? I normally love going to MCM Comic Con and Film Con here in London, and tend to do the occasional Deadpool cosplay. Super cool. So basically, con-wise, I'd say I'm kind of new to the con world. I've been to a few cons. I've been to MCM, that was my very first con in London. I went to see the cast of Lost Girl. Love that show, and it was amazing. It was so much fun. I did like a half-ass attempt at a Kenzie cosplay, but it was not good. I go to Star Fury events. Fables, again, I went to see a Lost Girl cast there because they're the best cast, guys. Like, for actors and actresses to meet them, you just won't be disappointed. They're so genuine and down to earth. Canadians for you, just lovely people, so lovely. And I'm hoping to go to Telford in May. I have my ticket and everything hopefully will go as planned, and I'm really looking forward to it. I genuinely can't wait. A Star Fury event I cosplayed as Cosima from Orphan Black. I'll put a picture up here of that. Kind of lost track of Orphan Black. I think I watched season 1, maybe season 2 as well. I need to catch up on it. I know my friend keeps telling me to watch it, and it's on the list, okay? It's on the list, yeah. Have I cosplayed as anything else? Oh, I did Black Canary once as well, or just the Canary. And again, I'll put a picture here if I have one. But yeah, I do like cosplaying. I'm just not very good at it. Oh, this is by AFK Arfath. Before I forget to give credit to this question. If you could bring a character into The Walking Dead from another TV show, who would it be and why? Oh my god, such a good question. See, I watch a lot of sci-fi shows, which usually means that they have powers. I wouldn't want to cross over The Walking Dead with a powers type show. I try and keep it similar-ish. So humans. I'm gonna say I'd love to bring in Fitzsimmons from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because they could use their knowledge and skills. Like, he's an engineer and she's a biochemist, so they could utilise their skills together in the apocalypse and it would be great. I have no doubt. Although I'd be scared of them dying even more so than I already am on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That'd be risky. Okay, this one is from Richard Windsor, and he asks, how do you think that you would shape up in a zombie apocalypse? I have a feeling that you would be toast, but you might think differently. Okay, first of all, rude. Second of all, probably quite accurate, to be honest. I'm a scaredy cat. I'd like to think that I'd do okay, mainly because I've thought about this way more than is needed. I've spent many an hour contemplating what I would do in a zombie apocalypse and where I would go and how things would plan out, because I have nothing better to do with my time, apparently. But yeah, I'm gonna say I would do quite well. So Richard, I won't be toast, thank you very much. Ooh, I would miss toast though. Yeah, I'd have to get a grill on the go. And I could bake, you know. I could bake. Or which Walking Dead character, past or present, do you think you would most resemble? I mean, I kind of answered that one before with Maggie, even though that was a stretch, to be honest. Is there any British people? I don't think there is any British people there. And if there was British people, they'd probably be typically posh London people. So I'd probably stick out like a sore thumb. Giano182, oh, you've changed your profile picture. I like it. Are you going to make other reaction videos about other TV series or shows you're watching right now? Again, I think I answered this before, but reaction wise, I'm not too sure. Missed an opportunity with 13 Reasons Why. I've noticed a lot of reactors reacting to that now, but I binge watched that in, I think it was a day, maybe 2, and I did nothing but cry. It was not good. I was a mess, guys. Watching that show, I think it really affected me, and if I was to react to that, no one wants to see ugly sobs, do they? So maybe it was best that I missed it. I don't know. I'm going on a tangent now. Davidoff Plays say, will you be doing Fear the Walking Dead season 3? And says, oh, never mind, I watched the end of the video. But yeah, I am really looking forward to Fear the Walking Dead returning. Jason McDonald asks, if AMC gave you the chance to be a walker in an episode, would you do it? 100% I would do it. Be absolutely terrified, don't get me wrong, but definitely I'd do it. Oh, I'd love that experience. I don't think I'd be that lucky, but yeah, that would be amazing. I mean, wouldn't you? Surely no one would pass up that opportunity to do that. The Governor asks, what made you want to start a YouTube channel and what YouTubers do you watch? I decided to make a channel because I've been watching YouTube for so many years now. It's something that I've always been inspired by, but never really had the guts to go ahead and do. And then I watched a compilation video from Skybound, shout out to Skybound, or I think it was Fear the Walking Dead at the time, and I thought it was hilarious. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try and do that. Try being the key word. So I did, I tried it, and I was getting a few people watching, obviously not crazy views. I was doing Winona Earp because a friend of mine kept pushing me to watch the show, and eventually I gave in. I said, you know what, fine, I'm going to do a reaction to it, and I sent it her, and then I just carried on with that. People started watching, slowly people were commenting. It was really nice. I'm glad that I've done this because I do think I'm getting a thicker skin by doing it, because people can be cruel on the internet, guys. More importantly than that, people are just really nice and supportive, and if you put time and energy into something that someone else enjoys, it pushes you to keep going and do more, and then you feel like you don't want to let them down. And what YouTubers do I watch? I watch Grace Helbig, as I've mentioned in my, I think it was the Get to Know Me video. I watch Mamrie Hart. You Deserve a Drink is absolutely hilarious. So if you haven't watched that, guys, definitely check out You Deserve a Drink. I watch a few British YouTubers, some of the big ones, Zoella and Thatcher Joe. I've recently been introduced to Dodie, and she's fantastic. If you haven't seen her, definitely check out her channel. And her music, wow, her music is great. And then obviously I watch fellow reactor channels. I'm subscribed to quite a few now. If it's a show that I watch, I do always try and support them in any way that I can. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, the Governor. Esteban Gante says, ¿Cómo es posible que estés tan hermosa? No idea. I've probably said it completely wrong. I don't speak Spanish, if that is Spanish, I'm sorry. And your emojis that you've used seem scary, so I have no idea what I've just said. Zardoc asks, I'm French, and do you plan to come to Paris? I have no plans to go to Paris, but I hear it's a beautiful place. I have never been to France, actually, and that's definitely on my list. I've got a friend that sort of lives out there. She's a traveller, but I do hope to go there one day. So yeah. Digestive Ceremony says, does a thank you video for 4,000 subs has closer to 5,000 subs 2 days later. And that was a huge shock to me, as much as it was to you. I have no doubt about that. And he or she asks, does Talking Dead not air where you are? It does, but it doesn't air until very late on the Monday night. So when everyone was freaking out about The Talking Dead, I didn't have a link to it. I couldn't watch it, so I just had to wait because I woke up early to upload my video because I knew that this time I already had it edited and ready to go. So I woke up stupidly early to upload it before work, and then everything was quiet, so I thought, oh, I've just probably not made it. There was no guarantee either. I was just honoured to be asked to do it. And then I uploaded my video, and then eventually people started telling me on my finale reaction video, and then I was like, what? No way, I've actually made it then. Someone was nice enough to link me the part of the reactors on there, and I watched it and it was just insane. It was crazy. Thanks again to Mike and Johnny at Skybound and everyone at AMC for making that possible. Thanks guys. Nephilim666 asks, would you start another reaction series on Supernatural? A winky face. Also, you'll have content for days. So true. Content for days is legit because they've been going on now for, is it 12 seasons or something crazy like that? I have got the first season of Supernatural on DVD, which I've had for so many years and just never watched it. It's just been sat there on my shelf, gathering dust. So I guess I could react to that when things start getting quieter, I guess. I would like to do that. If a show's lasted for that long, it must be a good one, right? Derek McDonald asks, what would you think Shane would have done if he was still alive? Oh, that is a really good question. Do you know what? I think Shane would be sort of a governor, the governor style character. He would have probably left the group to go out alone because the group would have realised Shane had lost it and he couldn't be trusted, and he was being a survivor and wanting the best, especially for Laurie and Carl, but he was a bit unpredictable. I mean, killing that was savage. When he killed the guy from the farm and then said that he just didn't make it because there was just too many walkers, even though he blatantly shot him. That was brutal. And I think that if he didn't die then, he would have just made more and more of those decisions, and eventually he would have flown the nest. He would have probably met up with the governor, you know, probably been his second in command or something like that. That's the version I'm going for. What do you think would have happened? Isaac Fogel Music says, pretty nuts being on live TV, isn't it? It sure is. Nuts is accurate. Nick asks, hey, what's your favourite Walking Dead episode? Ooh, finale of season 7 was pretty epic. The thing is with that last episode, I think if I was to watch it again now, I'd still get the same feeling and the shivers and the goosebumps and all of that. I still think I would still have that watching that. So that is a brilliant episode. But other than that, because that is really recent, going back some, I think it's a toss-up between when Carol saved the day at Terminus. That was incredible. And if not that one, I'm gonna say when Michonne killed the governor, because again, that was, I mean, that fight between those two, insane. And when she slides the sword through his daughter's head, oh god. I mean, I'd say that Herschel's death was a favourite episode, but it just affected me so much. Obviously I wasn't doing reactions then, but good job, because it was not a pretty sight. I was a mess watching that. Skybound did a compilation of people reacting to Herschel's death, and I couldn't bring myself to watch it for ages. It was so bad. That poor guy. R.I.P. Herschel. I got a notification off Laura, but when I've gone on my video, it's disappeared for some reason. Maybe your settings are on private, I'm not too sure. But if I'm looking on my notifications, Laura asks, this is a serious question. Favourite Krispy Kreme donut? Well, that is a heavy question, but I'm gonna say the glazed raspberry standard Krispy Kreme donut. It's simple, it's brilliant, it's extremely tasty. Oh, everything's just like a perfect balance. Yes. Oh no, I want a Krispy Kreme. Oh my god. They're just the best donuts, guys. You can't beat them. Fight me on it. Fight me. Laura also asked, do you think Shiva will get her own episode next season? A girl can dream, you know. That would be absolutely amazing. I want to see more of Shiva. I want to see more interaction between Shiva and other people. That small Daryl scene with Shiva I thought was brilliant. For some reason the Shiva CGI just seems so much better than the other CGI that we've been getting with the deer and the junkyard sort of landscape view that we got. There's been some dodgy CGI in season 7. But Shiva, that scene was so well done. It was amazing. I'm still not over it. So that's it from me, guys. This has turned out to be a long video. I'm gonna have to edit a lot of this out. One of them days. What a mare. Yeah, thanks everyone for sending in your questions to me. I much appreciate you taking the time to do that. It's really nice of you, and thanks again for all the support and watching my videos. You guys are awesome. I shall see you all again next week for another video. Bye. I've lost my train of thought. This is going to be a tough video, guys, to film because I am just, it's like I'm not even here. Let's have a look at what we've got, shall we? That sounded so lame. Ugh. Why am I such a geek? And I should probably practice doing this. The amount of takes I am so bad at YouTube. Oh my god, why can't I talk today? But yeah, I'll probably cut that out. Yeah, I think I will. Cut that. I'm so bad at this. So let's get started on it. What is going on with this lighting now? I look blue. I mean, it kind of suits my mood. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's like an aura thing. Now let's just... and I've not even put everything on silent. I can't bear this. Maybe I should just film this on another day. So I swear everything I've touched today I've dropped. I think I have the title of clumsiest sausage on the planet. I've started and god damn it, I'm gonna finish this video. Maybe. I'm going to try to finish this video. Let's try again. What a mare. You know how the time flies. Only yesterday was the time of our life. We were born and raised in a summer haze, bound by the surprise of our glory days. I hate to turn up out of the blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away. I couldn't fight it. I hoped you'd see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me it isn't over. Never mind, I will find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you. Don't forget me, I beg. Oh, I remember you said sometimes it lasts in love, sometimes it hurts instead. Yeah, nothing compares, no worries or cares, regrets and mistakes. They are memories made. Who would have known how bittersweet this would taste? We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing and our hearts are never broken. It's time forever frozen and still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me closer until our eyes meet. You